This is an Edelbrock high volume water pump. This is part number 8814, and I have it installed on a Mopar 440 big block. And I purchased this water pump last summer, received the pump without the water pump gasket, thank you very much. Ordered the pump gasket separately, got the pump installed. It's high volume, which I liked, performed really well, super happy at that point. But unfortunately, I'm removing this water pump, tossing it aside, and installing a Summitt branded cast iron high volume water pump to replace it at about half the cost, and I wanted to create a video as to why I'm doing that. Outside temperature right now is about 48 degrees, and about the same yesterday. Came out to start up the truck, let the engine warm up to about 160 degrees, and heard a terrible clacking coming from the engine compartment. That's not something obviously I wanted to hear, so I turned the engine off, went to go look for where that noise was coming from. And what I found was that this impeller shaft had about 1/16 of an inch play from one extreme to the other. Today, there's absolutely no or barely perceptible play on this shaft, and I can only assume that what's happening is because of the way that they've designed this pump and the materials that they've used. It's an aluminum housing and a steel shaft, it appears, that these are warming up at different rates. There have been complaints on YouTube about 6 to 8 months in on other types of Edelbrock water pumps with failures, bearing failures. I could see the bearings going out in about 8 months. There's just no way that that bearing is going to take that amount of abuse. And so unfortunately, I'm having to say goodbye to the sweet-looking high-volume water pump that cost me an arm and a leg, $150 comparatively, and going with the Summitt branded cast iron high-volume pump that's about $60 or so. And the Summitt pump comes with a pump gasket. All I can say is I provided my feedback to Edelbrock directly and through this video. I hope that Edelbrock works on the design of their pumps. It's a great looking product. Love the Edelbrock brand. This is just not something that, folks, I can recommend you buy and install on a vehicle that you need to rely on. We will create a follow-up video once we get the Summitt branded on and see how well that flows through this massive radiator. And I hope to do that sometime soon. So talk to you later.